And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. I am your host Chris, and as always joined by Mr. Lloydie and Mr. Jamie. How you boys doing?
Yay.
Good evening. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, very well, very well. I can't believe it's Thursday already. This week has just rocketed past.
And we're in February and all.
I know what I mean?
Yeah,
what?
crazy.
Were you guys glad payday had come round last week in the end?
Yeah, it was a big 5-6 week gap, isn't it? But when it comes, it's like, woo. So, very, very happy. My bank account was very happy anyway.
Yeah.
For about a week.
Yeah, it's been quite expensive last couple of days, to be honest. But
yeah, tell me about it. Jeez, oh.
Oh yeah. Go on, Jamie. What happened with the car?
Well, I still don't quite know. So to set the scene, my brother rang me on Tuesday night and he said, "Oh, I'm going to be late because his car was in for MOT and service." And he's like, "Can you go round there and just pay the guy so we can go home and I'll settle up?" He's like, yeah, no worries. And it's literally like 5 minutes from here. I pulled out of my estate and then within a minute or two of me getting out of the estate, I just lost all my gears, the whole lot. The whole thing went to like a wooden spoon and a bucket. And I couldn't go anyway. So we're out basically 5 minutes from home, but I couldn't leave the car because of the recovery. So I had to stand and wait there for that. And it took them about 2 hours, and then they dragged out the road and they think either the link's gone in the gearbox or the gearbox itself has gone. So, but I've only had this car like less than a month. So, it's currently being quoted on.
I was about to say, did you get like a warranty or anything with it?
Yeah, so I've got the extended warranty, but they won't claim for that until they're happy with the quote. So I've just got to wait for that to go through. But, things go in threes, and that was the third thing. So let's hope nothing else.
Let's hope that's it, yeah.
Gee, I'll tell you. But anyway.
How about you, Dave? You any better than no car troubles, no?
I'm just I'm a bit lethargic actually. I'm up for it tonight, but I'm a bit lethargic. I've gone through another round of colds.
Of course.
Another Stanley episode from his nursery. It was quite bad actually last week. I'm still not over it fully, but a lot better today than I've been for the last couple of weeks. So all good. It's just I'm kind of sick of being sick, really.
I bet you are, yeah.
I just want life to continue on as normal, please. Just for like 6 weeks of like normalness without like any illnesses would be lovely right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't dream of that. I am a bit depressed as well because it worked out that I will not be going to the Formula One.
Why?
Why?
Well, I was scheduled for those, probably listened to previous shows. I've been gearing up, mind the pun, to go to the F1 in Vegas in November, and worked out just to get me to there in a hotel watching the race is going to cost about $6,000. So
is that much more than you were thinking, or is it like a little bit?
It's yeah. I mean Yeah.
When you say just to get out there, you mean just flights, or do you mean flights, hotels, and
flights, hotels, and tickets to the Grand Prix?
$6,000.
Okay, yes, it is
$6,000.
That is wow, yeah.
So at least that's like Luxor, the bare minimum kind of hotel that I would probably go to, kind of thing. So it was a bit of a kick in the nuts, to be honest, because obviously got the another pun green light from the missus to go and do it, and even if I was to like step up the money to do it, which I can do, I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't justify
it. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the problem, isn't it?
But so the missus is still like, you should go, and I'm like, but the thing is as well, nobody else is going. My mates wouldn't go for that amount of money. They were up for going, but they won't go for that amount of money. And you just can't get like we could get a package deal to do this from here, to do it, to get like hotels and stuff like that. And but like in the States, Johnny was wanting to go with a couple of mates and stuff like that, and the tickets sold out. So there were $2,000 for the ticket, and they're sold out. So he can't go, and he won't spend that money on it. And why would you? So it's just a bit of a kick in the nuts, to be honest. So I'm a bit depressed because of that. But I'm thinking, well, if I'm not doing that, what else am I going to do this year? So
could you do Money in the Bank?
Potentially, yes. Thinking about it. I'd love to have a day out at Wimbledon again. Get some last minute tickets for that, maybe. There's a few things, but it's just the dream is over, sadly.
Well, that sucks for Lloydie. Yeah.
Boo. But hey,
this is you don't obviously divulge it, but was this aiming to be a big birthday that you didn't have, or is it a big birthday?
No, I mean I'm 42 this year, but no, it was not birthday related. It's just the fact that they were doing it in Vegas for the first time, like in my lifetime. I'm sure they've done it before, like a GP over there before, but like in like 60s or something like that. But nothing in my lifetime anyway. So it would have been really nice to have that as an experience, but not for the money, sadly. But it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry,
Life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. Look, we're not having a depressing fucking episode this time.
No. How are you doing, Chris?
Last week
really
was
good.
depressing as fuck, man. So, upbeat episode.
We're the January blues, didn't we? That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Chris, put some light on us. What have you been doing? Good stuff.
I'm really good, actually. Nothing bad for a few weeks. I can hear him now, actually. Sorry, the baby has just started, like, really he's like getting so close to being able to properly talk now.
Yeah.
And it's like me and him can kind of just communicate now. Like, he can tell me a few little things. He can tell me when something's like all gone, or do you know what I mean? He can just tell me little things. He'll just like come up to me today with his hat and just says hat and shows it to me, and I'm like, yep, you want your hat on? Boom.
Does he do wheeze and poos? I'm sure that's probably one of the first things he can tell you. He needs to poo when he's a wee.
No, he just doesn't.
Yeah.
After the bath the other night, actually, my older one, the baby ran into my older one's room and peed on the floor. So
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So no, he can't tell her. He just does it.
That's cool. I'm happy. Look, we've got some good stories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not all doom and fucking gloom.
No.
Yay!
No Mindy's needed this week.
No. Lots of yes pleases as well. He says it really cute, so you know. Yes, please. But anyway, shall we get into some wrestling stuff? So, have we watched any wrestling in the last couple of weeks? Did anyone watch the Rumble?
Wow.
We said we didn't want depressing, didn't we? Shit.
Well, I actually watched my first Rumble in full. I can't remember the last time I watched a full Rumble. I didn't really watch I think I watched Edge's return a couple of years ago. I sat and watched the whole Rumble in the end. It was not a bad show. I think it's all that main event finale, really, wasn't it? More than anything. The men's Rumble wasn't particularly riveting. I would have liked to see a few more legends in the men's Rumble.
Booker T. You weren't satisfied with just Booker T?
No. I don't mind these legends, but they're the same ones time and time again.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like an X-Pac, make an appearance or something. Someone really that you haven't seen for ages. You know what I mean? Like actually in a ring.
Thing is, you're a bit damned if you do and damned if you don't, because if you have a load of legends, you're taking spots off younger people, like who are contracted. They should be getting the spots. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a dual-edged sword, but I am with you. Like, there should be at least 2, 3, maybe 4 slots for the legends.
Yeah.
Just to perk up the crowd a bit when it gets a bit, Rumbles do get a bit stagnant throughout.
Because not much happens in them either. Like, they're not an exciting match, are they? Like,
no. I'm going to put you in the corner and really try to push you over the turnbuckle. Oh, it's not working. Oh, I'll try that again next year and see if it works.
This one's
still
a big
hasn't
lad.
worked.
Get 3 of you to do it.
You know what I mean? Jesus.
I love it.
But it's fun.
I do love the Rumble though. It's I think one of my favourite shows of the year. I think it tops all the other shows for me.
I was going to watch it, and then I slept, and then I woke up, saw the results, and went.
I made the right choice.
Well, the thing is, like, for all intents and purposes, everyone's been quite positive about the actual Rumble in itself. Well, the men's and the women's Rumble and the main event as well. So everyone's been quite positive about everything. Really, it's just predictable. I mean, like when we did the last show, we were like, this could happen, that could happen. And it's the only time you'll ever hear me with some kind of like, ooh, something big and different might happen.
Might happen, yeah.
Exactly. And then when the predictable happened, it was just like, oh man. Yeah. Like, I'm glad like Cody did it, and I'm glad that Rhea did it. Spoilers if you haven't watched it already. But the thing is as well, like everyone's going on about the main event, the Sammy turn. Personally, I'm not invested in the whole bloodline thing and Sammy. Like, if I was to watch that, it would mean nothing to me. It means a lot to everyone else, but don't get me wrong, it's good storytelling as far as I can see with Jay walking out and stuff like that, and it's multi-layered, nuanced in many ways.
You're not feeling Usi then, Lloydie?
I'm not. I've never been Usi. I've seen the Usos wrestle so many fucking times over the years. It's just, oh my God. It got to be a joke.
Well, it's Usos New Day for month upon month.
So, like, whatever, the show is what it is. I think fantastic that they now have set up, I think, a good WrestleMania. The thing is, though, WrestleMania is over 2 nights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be night 1, night 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's just how it's going to fold out. Is it going to end up being, Uso, Owens, and Zayn versus the rest of the bloodline, or is it going to be in a chamber type thing? I don't really know what they're going to do. But
can you imagine if he beats Cody in night 1, then loses the title to Sammy on night 2?
Well, it might be because obviously Reigns has been rumored to sort of be winding up, innit? So you don't know if Reigns is going to. So I don't know.
Could do.
It's good storytelling, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But my bets didn't come off. I bet that Seth Rollins would win the Rumble because that was 25-1 on Saturday afternoon.
Odds,
I thought, you know what, that's a bloody good odds.
Decent odds.
And when it got down to where I thought, oh, this might happen, but obviously didn't. And then I put Ronda Rousey to make the final 4.
Really?
Obviously, she didn't even appear at all. So I've done quite a lot's gone on with Rousey. But
well, you get your money back, didn't you? If
I got nothing back.
Well, if you don't show up, don't you get your money back?
No, Paddy, Sky Bet didn't do nothing like that, sadly. Yeah, they're not that generous, bastards.
But the Logan putting Seth out is really cool for Mania. I think that'd be really good, to be honest.
Yeah, be a good match.
Seth is a hell of a worker, isn't he? Yeah.
I love how everyone lost their mind about the meeting in the middle with Ricochet kind of thing. It's like you see that all the time. You see it like you go to any independent wrestling show, you will see that happen.
Definitely gonna see it, yeah.
And it's like, just because he's done it on the main stage, basically, everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's like the best thing we've ever seen ever." It's like, fucking come on.
I do always pop massively though for that double clothesline spot. Like since I was a kid, I've always loved that double clothesline spot in the middle of the ring. I think just having it springboard just adds it, but that sort of slapping noise where they crash in the middle is always a good noise, isn't it?
I did watch just to end the WWE side of it, I did watch or listen to Impulsive, which is the Logan Paul podcast.
Yeah.
So they had Cody Rhodes on Monday after he won the Rumble. And there was talk, and it's very evident that Logan Paul is not a wrestling fan.
Oh, really?
He's kind of basically shoehorned into it because of his status and because of, he fits really well. And I think he is becoming a fan now, but he never was, kind of thing. And it's like, he's doing it because he's good at it, I suppose, and he's a quick learner.
Yeah.
but it's really like, so Cody was like, "Oh, have you if you need to go back and watch back catalogs a bit more? Like, have you seen Ricochet versus Ospreay? What they did in New Japan, and like all of the sequencing they did, and you could just see Logan was just dead behind the eyes. It was just like,
oh really?
Yeah, but the one cool thing that he did, and I think I am a bit of a Cody fan now, and the reason why I am, he referenced that Ricochet and Ospreay fought a couple of times, and one of the times the ring, the rope broke. And I'm like, hang on a sec. How the fuck does he know about that?
Yeah.
Well, that happened, and I know because I was fucking there. That happened on a show in 2017 in the UK, in Milton Keynes, in our ice ring just down the road from me. It was on a WCPW event, and he wasn't on the card. So how the fuck he remembers that? How he knew about that? It baffles me. Good on him. I mean, he must have just seen it on the internet, and he may have watched the show. He may have just seen it on the internet. But I think that's good knowledge, man. Like,
yeah,
like I know, like obviously Cody is a fan and stuff like that, but I was quite impressed.
I think Cody has become such a massive star now. Like more than I think you could ever imagine he would be jumping to WWE. I think looking back now, like this time last year, like people were wondering what's going to happen with him. Like that move is 100% the right move for him as where he is right now, isn't it? You know, injury and all.
He even addressed it on the pod with Logan. To be honest, that like they took a chance on him because where he was in his career, they knew that he could do what he's doing now, and that's why they brought him in. Like, fuck the past. Like, this is what he can do, and this is what he can bring, and this is what he can draw.
Yeah.
And good for WWE for doing that. Good on Cody for leaving AEW to do that and follow his dream. But I don't know, like that's a big investment on WWE from someone really. Would you really trust him? Like going back on what he's done, like leaving, like he just basically said, "Fuck WWE, I'm going to go off on my own.
I'm done. Yeah,
I'm done." Like he could do that again. He basically walked out of AEW as well. So,
He's got form.
So I don't know. It seems like a lot of trust to give someone who hasn't been shown as being trustworthy. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I digress. But
did you guys see that he might want to bring back the Winged Eagle belt though?
Yeah, I saw that today.
Which sounds like a really cool thing. Yeah,
but wasn't he the one to bring back the IC title? Was
the
that
white
him?
belt? Yeah,
the white one. Yeah. So he's got.
I was at Mania when he dropped it to Big Show.
Oh dear.
So maybe that happens again if he brings back the Winged Eagle. Big Show. Paul White's looming in the background. Bring me back to WWE. I can do a number. So Jamie, what happened with AEW?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
What?
No way.
No, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it this morning. We've been out all day today, so there'll be one for watch over lunchtime tomorrow. But yeah, I don't even know what the hell happened.
I kind of know what happened, but I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. So
no, go on, I don't care. Go for it.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Don't just leave it. Like it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
I tell you what, with AEW,
someone's dad comes out. There you go. Someone's dad.
Cardona's dad rocks up. I did see one thing. I did catch up on a few of the rampages that I've.
Yeah, I watched. Not last week before, I think.
Yeah, is that the one with? Cowboy versus Utah.
Yeah,
did you see that much?
I think so.
I loved it. It was a very strong style with a bit of flippy shit in it from Utah. I thought it was great. I thought I was more entertained watching that than I have been in any other match recently, to be honest. And obviously, it was a love note to John Moxley to say I've beat your boy kind of thing, and that was obviously going to happen. But it was a very entertaining match, and I loved it. Oh, it was great. Yeah,
that's one thing I think about AEW is I can watch every single match and usually enjoy all of them, whereas WWE I'm like picking and choosing more. Yeah, weird. It's good.
I think it's like what I've always said, but like even Rampage for an hour or like Dynamite for 2 hours, like that time always flies by. Even if you only watch it in 2 parts, like it's always a good show. I've never been disappointed really with spending.
The problem with AEW, the problem with AEW is like for me, still is that they've got the same amount of people on the roster as WWE, and there's so many people who are just, for some reason, X, Y, and Z. I know they're dark and nobody fucking watches dark, but they've got so many people that they just don't use. Like, where's Miro gone? You know what I mean? Like, he's just, one reason or another, just disappeared. And I know there's only a certain amount of people you can have on the card at one time, but you're paying all these people just to do nothing, and it just seems like a real waste of talent, to be honest. But I think they were probably going to get ROH up and running and then split it, right? But
I think that's a big idea, wasn't it?
Just hasn't seemed to come off. Any you on it watched any other wrestling other than the 2 main ones? No.
Well, Brit Rez is coming back.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Have you seen all the stuff that's been going on lately? It's just crazy. Mr. Blobby is fucking wrestling. Like, what is all this about? Like, Riot Cabaret. He wrestled on Tuesday night, I think it was.
Okay.
What's his finisher?
The blobby. The gunk tank at the end.
Managed by Noel Evans.
There's some good fucking knowledge. I instantly sent Sam a picture and said, I need this card. And he was like, yeah, fucking good luck with that one. You're more chance of getting David Dickinson on a card, mate. So, more for him later. Yes. But yeah, so OTT, Over the Top, I know they're Irish, but they've got a show with John Moxley on, haven't they, coming out? Is it March?
Yeah.
I want to say March, and it's at the Hangar where Fight Club Pro, speaking out, used to be in Wolverhampton. So that's a big one. You got Attack come back in Wales, which is the Welsh boy Mark Andrews promotion. So that's coming back as well. So Brit Rez is coming back, man.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck Progress. I mean,
well, they're totally done their own thing. They bloody Nora, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's coming back slowly, as far as I can see.
Well, I know the network aren't taking like new ICW shows and all that now, so I guess that's going to lead to them trying to do a bit more themselves now as well, aren't they? Instead of relying on that.
Well, that's the thing. So the contracts for all of the independents ran out, and they didn't renew it for the network. No. So everything now is back to being indies again. So lovely until WWE Europe comes about and fucks everything up again. God. But until then, Brit Rez is back.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, go and watch a local independent show, guys. Try and get us back to where we were again. That would be nice.
Be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Shall we talk some cards? It's why we're here, isn't it? There's little bits of cardboard that we love for no apparent reason. So first thing, we still haven't had a checklist for Panini Immaculate.
Boo.
8th of Feb. 6 days.
Yeah, I had a quick check before we come on air. There's still nothing to
still
anywhere,
nothing,
is there? So.
I've seen quite a lot of pictures of talent signing for it. I think I've seen like Bliss, Lashley, Miz.
This week I saw that, yeah.
Seen some beautiful cards. Just no checklist. Really want the checklist.
Panini have always been bad with checklists, haven't they? Like, they've always been either late or not out until they actually get released and stuff.
It'll probably be tomorrow that it comes out once we record it. Do you know what I mean?
Just an FYI, they've pushed it back to the 15th.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
So could be the reason.
Yeah, so on Steel City, it's now the 15th. It's gone back.
Right, okay.
So it's usually around a week before that they put the checklist out. So okay, we might have it next time then.
They've been really good with the getting stuff out on time. So a week's not too bad. But to be honest, it's a high end product. Not ever are any of us three going to buy it. Probably not.
No.
Might go on a few breaks, maybe.
Yeah,
but
I think breaks will be the way.
I think I'm going to
do
some breaks too.
Yeah.
Because if you are looking to get it, we've seen free, as Dave said last week, it's 325 on kingofhoops.co.uk and it's 360 on sports trading cards. So a little bit more there.
They both had shipping on the 8th of February. Well, they ain't fucking shipping on the 8th of February. No. So, but yeah, so save yourself 35 and go with the King of Hoops, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cool. What else have we had? WWE wise, we've had Panini Instants this week. Did any of us go for them, or did we all skip these?
Skip from me.
I think
it's actually, I was going to get them this week, but it's a skip for me as well. I was working out obviously which ones I would pick up, so I'll probably only get one of each. But then I was thinking like $30. Actually, is that really going to be worthwhile? Yeah. So I've skipped them as well. We put the message on the Facebook group, and we didn't get anyone interested in this time. So
was it just the choice of cards or people that they chose? Do you know what I mean? Like, what was it? Cody, Rhea, and Sammy hitting Roman.
Yes. Yeah. I think if they had maybe some better images, I think we said like Asuka, for example, we had that would sell really
That's
well.
A big miss.
Yeah, massive.
I mean, Logan, by the by, right?
We
don't
understand
know really.
That.
We don't know really what's going on with him.
No.
Like, we think it's a licensing issue, but whatever. But why, like, that thing with Asuka was, a lot of people were talking about it.
Yeah.
And
I find it weird as well that normally, 3 images, but I would imagine, is there a limit? Like, could they not do 5? Like, I think if you've done 5, you could actually do a couple of other really cool images.
They've done 5 with other 4 or 5, haven't they? With other sets.
100%. I'm sure they have. Yeah.
Elimination Chamber or something like that. I'm sure they did 4 or 5 on that one.
Yeah, I did notice as well. I don't know how quickly they went on sale, but they didn't. I couldn't see that they had the 5s or the 1s of the other ones.
Yeah, they did, mate. They went out real quick.
Fine. Okay, yeah, because they weren't greyed out. They just weren't there, and I was like, that's strange.
Yeah, they went. So there was a 25 sold when I looked at it, basically. So yeah, they would have done the parallels. They just go so quick, and they rip them off the site as soon as they're sold.
Bloody
basically,
yeah.
It was quick.
Yeah,
so we didn't know what the prices were on them, but I'd imagine they would have been quite hefty.
Yeah, for the people that they were, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they probably would be nice ones to have in the collection, but no, I missed this time. So
yeah, same.
On to the next.
On to the next would be AEW Flagship 2023 announced from Upper Deck. I'm calling it Series 3 still, but whatever.
It's Series 3.
It's Series 3, yeah.
Well, no, so Billy from Upper Deck said he doesn't like it when people are calling it Series 1, 2, 3. He likes it to be 21, 22, 23. I was thinking more.
I quote a very famous Irishman. Who the fuck is that guy?
I was thinking more. Before you make those kind of like assumptions or like you want that said, get it out in that year and then we'll talk, because they never seem to come out in that year anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like they've got the 12th of July put for this, but we weren't sure because of obviously American, the way they write dates, the way we write dates. Maybe but more likely to be the 7th of December, isn't it?
So. Talking of these AEWs, so I don't know if they're going following the same pattern. So we're going to be having the buses this spring, aren't we? I can't remember what set. Is it
I think it's going to go Skybox Allure. This, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon they might get Allure out first. You know,
do you reckon?
The thing is, because I think it would probably be a less complex thing to do. I think Skybox.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm just trying to work because obviously Spectrum should have been out last February, March time. I can't remember what the times were, but obviously we're not going to have nothing now, are we, till the spring? Then we're going to have a mad rush of lots of AEW, aren't we, pretty much?
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, I'm still looking forward to Allure. I think, Chris, you're going to be more the metal side of it.
I don't know, because I found out that Allure is Chrome cardstock.
Oh.
And I really like Chrome cardstock. So
You don't. What do you mean? You don't like Chrome stock?
No. So yeah, might sway me. I might just have to get both.
I am really excited about this set, though. So from the images, we've got considering it's quite far away, and no doubt it will come out at the end of the fucking year than July. We have got quite a lot of information about it, right? So, do you want me to go through the first bit? Because it confuses the piss out of me. So let's just go base, right? So base, 1 to 70 wrestlers, tag team 71 to 80, which is cool.
Which is pretty much the same as before,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Crew 81 to 92, cool. And the all new, all in the family. Sorry. all in the family. So basically, it's people who are related to each other on a card.
Okay.
So brothers, siblings, and I'd imagine man and wife. So and maybe boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. We'll see. So skipping through it, blah blah blah, and then this baffled the fuck out of me. So the parallel lineup is deep and full of chase cards. Collect up to 11 parallels of the complete base set, right? So the complete base set, 11 parallels.
Yep.
And 6 parallels of the first 92.
Why?
What the fuck does that mean?
Why?
Like, so everything's got 11, and then the first 92 have an additional 6? What? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it gets worse, doesn't it?
Does that make... Chris, are you reading that? Does that make
I'm
any
just
sense
reading
to you?
it. Hell no, it doesn't make any sense. Because then it says, and gold auto first 92 parallels as well.
Yeah, so it's like including so 1 of 1 complete, gold autos first 92 parallels. Like,
why?
Mate, like what? Because the gold auto is the 101 as well, right? It's so I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Who wants to talk about the Bobby Dazzlers? Because this is the exciting part.
As soon as I saw it, I just straight away thought of David Dickinson. And
Go on, Jamie. Do your impression of David Dickinson.
Of all later. I can't do
nowhere.
that.
Chippy chip. Up, Sid, take me up. Down, Sid, take me down.
Prawn cracker.
Prawn cracker. Go on, Chris. Go on. Do the next one.
What else we got? Mic check.
Yeah.
What do we think of that one?
Which it's quite a niche card set, isn't it? Like, it's only really lined up for one person, really.
20 AEW best behind the microphone.
It reminds me of Leaf. It's a very leafy kind of thing to do with, like, that just the way that it's produced. It looks very leafy to me, but I like it. I think it's all right.
Do you know, they remind me of back in the day when you could get like mobile phone wallpapers for like £6 each or £6 a week. They remind me of those sorts of artworks you used to go in the back of your knockers.
It looks like something I used to draw on my notebooks at school. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah.
Oh,
well. And the other one is the all-in elite women.
Elite women, yes.
Which actually looks quite nice. I quite like that sort of lightning design and all that. I think that's quite cool with the neon.
I do question, though, in the day and age that we're in, the very PC day and age that we're in, why do women need their own sets? Because it's not like they don't get showcased in the base.
Yeah.
They get their own... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the ratio is between men and women.
I would say, if you look back at this year's AEW Flagship, the men's is like... So just the base, there's, I don't know, like 60, 70 or 50, 60, 70, something like that. Whereas the women's is like 20. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose they don't get as many cards, but
did you see like the smaller sets on this as well that haven't got artwork? Like some of them are like massive amounts of rarity in the packs as well. Like they've got World Tour 1 in 168 packs, Intimidating Introductions 1 in 480 packs. They've got Stepping Inside the Ring, which is not too bad, but there's loads and loads of smaller inserts in this as well. And they're bringing breakouts back again. There's like the canvas ones. Like this is going to be so tough to complete. I don't know if I'm going to go after this at all. Yeah,
I'm more excited. I tell you, it's a massive step up. I think from last year, massive step up. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait. I think it's going to be a really good. I told you positives. I told you positives.
Yes, that's it.
This is going to be a show of positives, and this is for me. This is a positive. I'm really looking forward to it.
I think this year AEW could have some hell of a lot of releases, and I think I don't know what Panini are going to do with their stuff, but this year could be a really good year for AEW cards. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, should be cool. My last little bit, I feel like I don't want to say it now because it's not very positive, Dave. It's the complete opposite. Did you guys see the Randy Orton redemptions were coming back with no relic inside? So similar to the Gable Stevenson. Yeah.
We've seen it before.
We've seen it before. Yeah. And what about, I wrote it in the notes, I don't know if either of you guys know what I meant. The Babe Ruth sort of scandal saga thing that's happened in the last sort of week or so.
It was a 1-on-1 with the wrong auto, wasn't it?
1-on-1 with the wrong auto, yeah.
Yeah.
Shockingly bad.
Yeah, not good at all, is it? And I can't remember whose auto's in it, but it's like one of these grail cards, isn't it?
Yeah. The guy who had his auto in, obviously, the Babe Ruth card, and it's vice versa. I can't think who it was, though. Let's just have a look. It is George Brett. So, yeah, someone I've never heard of, unfortunately.
No.
But, yeah, it looks... you can't really see it, but it looks really bad when, you know what I mean? You can clearly make out Babe Ruth's signature. And it's just like, how do you get something like that wrong? Yeah. I just don't get it.
Are you telling me that Panini have bad quality control?
Breaking news. Breaking news.
I don't need to be a roving fucking reporter to report that one. I can tell you that.
I know. I just think it's just so bad, isn't it? It's just really bad.
Yeah.
Talking about Panini, we didn't actually make a note of this, but obviously we had the relic thing go on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. We were dismantling relics left, right, and centre, weren't we?
We were.
Well, I thought you were going to do that in Jamie's corner. You bring it up now. You're talking about it now. Bring it up now.
Fine. Yeah, so...
Because this is quite controversial.
You can segue into your corner, bud. So.
This is quite controversial, and who the fuck is that guy we were talking about earlier on? Might need to look into this.
Yeah, so...
Johnny, Johnny, if you're listening, put your ears on this one, just quickly. Go on, sorry, Jamie.
No, that's fine. So, a couple of weeks ago on Twitter, there was a guy on there talking about some relics, and basically he had ordered one off eBay and it came all bent up and damaged. So we thought, I'll just take this one apart and just have a look, how these cards are made, as you do, a bit of curiosity. And it was an NFL card, and he basically took the relic out, and on the back of all the relics was basically the name of who should be in that relic, but it didn't match up. And it was from a player who hadn't
Dolphins card, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he hadn't played for the Dolphins since 2016, and it's a 2022 card. And then people started then breaking open relics and noticed that actually the image you've got on the card doesn't match up to the relic within it, and it's just like a generic Dolphin shirt or a generic thing, and they don't tend to match up. And it's kind of like the word.
So what did we do? What did we do?
So no, we decided to go down a bit of a rabbit hole and sort of see if it's the same in WWE. So you broke. I can't know who it was now. Is it an NXT one? Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Jack Joaquin
Wild.
Wild. So it was only a base. It was an NXT base.
Unnumbered, wasn't it?
Unnumbered mem card. So I broke it open and 2 paninis credit.
This actually is breaking those.
Yeah. They actually did something right. It had his name. It had a corresponding, like, a number, I'd imagine.
And a code to it. Yeah, like a relic number.
But it had his, like, full name, not just, like, Wild. It had his full name on it. So basically, it looked legit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good.
So
sorry.
I was going to say, so Chris then said in the chat, well, we've been passing around an Abaddon relic between us as a joke. Why don't we crack that one open and see what's behind door number 2?
Well, the reason behind this was because AEW have made a fucking shocking this year with 101s being wrong images in their relics, and just wondered, do they even tag their ones? Because
shirts
they're all over
the
shop.
wrong thing and all sorts.
So Upper Deck don't. It's just plain on the back. There's nothing on the back of that one at all. So Upper Deck are just purely mismatching them all together, really.
However, doesn't it say on the back of the card that it is verified that it is their card? Is their shirt, basically? Yeah,
so I think Panini, on the back of the NFL ones, it just says a piece of jersey worn by a Dolphins player. So technically, okay, they're within sort of the laws there because they're not specifying it's that with that image. But Upper Deck clearly say worn by that wrestler. And then NXT, I think that Joaquin Wild one actually said that it was worn by him, didn't it? So in wrestling, they seem to now, but yeah, bit of
the question is there to Mr. Is it Billy Celio?
Yeah.
Probably doesn't listen to this, never listen to this. No. I know Johnny does. But ultimately, ask Billy Celio, if you listen to this, how the fuck do you keep a tag on your relics if you don't have any corresponding information on the back of them?
Yeah.
That's what we'd love to know, because we think potentially there's shenanigans. I don't want to say I'm not going to sing the dodgy song. But
don't make him do it.
Don't make me do it. But yeah, that doesn't seem right at all. How would they know? Unless they put it in like individual pots or something like that, sealed under the person's name.
I don't know. Because I could come in there and just start mixing them up, and no one would know.
How would you know? So I think that's dodge personally, but.
It's very curious, though, isn't it? Like, I'd never considered, actually, how they would even tag these things in the first place. It was quite an interesting from a nerd perspective. But, a lot of people were breaking relics open on Twitter to obviously things of lesser value, just to see, if it is just they generically put them on there or whatever. But, yeah, we were ripping relics left, right and centre, weren't we, a couple of weeks ago? So
it was quite funny, actually, because we were like, as soon as you did it, you did a little, like, a video of it, didn't you, on the Upper Deck card. And I couldn't see anything. And I'm like, what? And I was like, Jamie, is there anything on the back of that? And you're like, no.
It had that like shiny surface on it, though, like your one did. Obviously, it had like that shiny surface. So it was obviously on there, but just an interesting nugget that we were doing this week. So
I feel like I want to do more just to see, but you know they're going to be blank,
bust
right?
Over some Velteen Dreams. There must be loads of dreams. What do they do with the canvases? Do they tag them anyway?
I've got a few Slam Attacks canvases that I wouldn't mind having a little look inside. So
open it up like a can of beans.
Can of beans it.
Can of beans.
So anyway,
but seriously,
Abaddon cards going around. So there you go.
We joke, really, because like whatever. But we did laugh because it was like, how can you not have any kind of corresponding thing on it? Like, unless it's somewhere in like the other side of it. I don't know. Like, what?
I don't know.
Is it microchipped? I don't know.
UV.
UV.
Very peculiar.
Anyway.
There you are.
So, Jamie, your corner. I mean, that was kind of like a segue into it. Because
it kind of was a bit into the corner,
Put your music on, Jamie.
And music now on, there we go. So yeah, I'm going to stock take wise side of things. Done the stock take last week on the Facebook group. Went through the WrestleMania Flair set. I do apologise. The audio was very, very quiet on that video, and I didn't realise until it got posted. So I will try and see if I can get that volume up. Was it all right?
I think it was all right.
Okay,
I could hear you.
Fine.
I just think you need an introduction music.
A bit of music for it, but I can do that. I can have a think.
Bit of Bieber. Baby, 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 ooh.
the stock take with Justin Bieber. So yeah,
that'd be good.
So I've done that on the Facebook page last week. I have put a poll up in the group this week to go through. I've put a selection of 3 up there.
It's going to be
currently No Mercy. Yeah, so No Mercy will be going through that next week.
I'm looking forward to that, by the way.
I love No Mercy.
I'm going to stop voting for it. Because I vote for it every time, and I feel bad that the ones I'm voting for are being selected. So I'm not going to vote for it again. I'm done.
Well, I won't put no more in there than for you, Lordy. Anything vintage. But no, yeah, we'll do No Mercy on Tuesday, so that'll be up early next week. So that was pretty much the rest of the Facebook groups. We'll be talking about the Chris's Nook side of things shortly as well. But red waves and orange flashes, not bought any at the minute. I'm holding off for the time being. I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod last time, but I actually bought a base set and a load of red wave for like $30 on American eBay. So I'm thinking that's going to bring me down to about 40 red waves. So
crazy.
I don't want to buy any more until I actually know what I've got to get.
You need to know where you stand and what you need and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at this point, I might be better to just buy singles. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
You need to line up your Dickinsons.
Exactly. And I've got lots of those. So I went through and actually, I'll go for my purchases, but I went through. Orange Flash is going to be a bloody long slog. So
especially with the ring size, man, they're well expensive.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
I think I've bitten off more I can chew here, but we'll see how we get on. So yeah, no, that's pretty much it really. Corner's been pretty quiet this week other than the Facebook page, so yeah, I think we'll just pop next door and see what's in Chris's Nook this week.
So hello, this week, last week we had the competition. So the winner or winners, because we decided last minute to do a women's one as well. Congrats to Kevin Williams, who's at Tweet Wrestling on YouTube and Twitter. He was the winner of the men's Rumble. Well done, Kev. You're going to WrestleMania.
And what numbers did Kev have? He had 30, obviously.
He had 30. I don't know the other number. He had
17.
a high one, wasn't it?
Yeah. He was so fucking lucky, man.
That was it,
The wheel went from 28 on to 30 on the last spoke, man. So he was very lucky to get that number.
Well, didn't you say you weren't going to give him the prize because Ray never got eliminated, but he had Ray as well.
As well. So
beat you there.
That prize actually came through today. So if you're listening to this tomorrow, Kev, this will be with you hopefully. On a couple of days, over the weekend. So yeah, cool,
perfect. And then second winner, Rick GL. So he won the women's Rumble number 1.
I want to say GL stands for good luck.
Good luck. I've written. Apparently, he's got a 2-letter surname. Maybe it means good luck. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
so he did. So we felt a bit sorry for him because he had like 1 and 6. He had the worst numbers.
Rubbish numbers.
And his number 1 went out on number 29 on the men's.
True.
And the number 1 for the women. So we had to
needed
send him something.
Yeah, so you got.
He should have that. I sent him something out a couple of days ago.
No. Okay, cool.
Do either of the winners know what they're getting, or is it a surprise for both of them?
I haven't told them.
I think it's a surprise. Yeah,
good.
It's all Rumble related. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
I will do every year if you want me to. I will do the Royal Rumble picks over a blog,
live blog. I love that
live blog.
It was cool.
I just had visions of you doing like Rod Stewart doing the FA Cup, like doing this big dive.
The thing is, I thought, it'll only take me a couple of minutes. It took me like a fucking hour. It was brilliant as well because obviously I put on Adam Anwar's on the wheel.
Yeah.
I put in brackets. Don't worry, mate. I haven't forgotten you.
Yeah, cheers for that.
and the last 20 picks, last 10 picks, he hadn't been picked. Either number he hadn't got. Wes hadn't got one from ATP. Brian Lyons either. And but I was getting stick from Adam Anwar saying, "Where's my fucking number?" I'm like, "It's coming, man!" And as soon as he hit a number, I did a screenshot, and it had "Don't worry, mate, I haven't forgotten you" on it. So I thought it was quite funny.
Hello,
that's really good fun though. I enjoyed watching the Rumble and like seeing people's names against the numbers and thinking, "Oh, have they got a good chance here?" You know, but it was good fun. I enjoyed doing that.
Good laugh.
Good laugh. It was cool. But that's the end of my schnook. The only thing is, I'm going to kind of spring this on you two now.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're leaving.
No, I don't. Look, it's something that Dave mentioned last year, and I don't know. It doesn't need to be like my segment or someone's segment, but did we want to do some sort of like scavenger hunt or something?
Oh yeah, we did mention that, didn't we?
Because I've got a little idea if you guys wanted to hear me out, unless you guys have got any other ideas.
Well, let's talk
you
about
hear
offline.
Me? Okay, sure,
But yeah. I don't mind, like, whatever, man. Like, bit of fun's bit of fun, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So yeah, we might have something.
We don't want to retire Chris's nook. We want to keep a little thing here.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'll speak about it off air with you guys. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, that's it then. So we will move over to the big topic this week, which is... Did we decide what we were going to do? We're going to talk about my YouTube channel, were we?
Yeah.
You can be our big topic this week, yeah.
You are the big one.
Okay.
This is... So, full disclosure, obviously people know your Cambridge trading cards.
Sure.
I think we just had this idea, obviously, that you reached a milestone last week.
Yeah.
Be nice to talk about really, why you did it first and just have a chat, really. You can be our guest and we'll talk about...
Yeah, go for it.
Just have a good natter about the thing, really. So, first of all, once we got to 100,
yes.
What did you do for your 100th video, Chris?
So I opened a WWF Tops 1987 box, 36 packs. The year I was born. So it was, very enjoyable. Really enjoyable.
So what did you get out? Did you get anything pretty decent? Did you get what you wanted out of it?
Yeah, I would say so. It's the product itself is extremely Hogan heavy. Like the stack of Hogans is massive. Like you're talking about, I don't know, 60 cards, maybe 70, just Hogans. But
it's all in the blue boxes, isn't it? That's the thing. It's all,
yeah.
Like so much of it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got, so full disclosure, I got 3 Bret Hart rookie cards and I think 3 stickers. I'm pretty sure it was 2 or 3 stickers. So that was the main thing I wanted from the box. And yeah, they were pretty decent condition. The only worry that I have in terms of like trying to get them graded or anything is the actual surface of the cards where they're so old. They're not in the best condition, so I'm not sure it's really overly worth it. If you could see it in person under a light, you would be able to see what I mean. There's like indentations and things like that. So
have you got any other Bret rookies, or was that your first ones you ever had?
First ones, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
I guess obviously it's nice being more pack pulled. Obviously having it in your collection anyway, really,
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm over the mood about them. One of the ones I really liked, I've got it right here actually. It's the WWF logo. I only got one of these, and I just think that's I like things with logos and like posters and things like that. So I was happy with that one.
They work really well on stickers.
Yeah, in the old sticker albums, you always used to get one like the logo as well.
Yeah.
Even number one.
that's it. Even this last one was the Panini and the WWE logo, wasn't it? So
yeah. So why did you want to start your YouTube up in the first place? Is it something that you'd just seen people do, or have you always been interested in sort of YouTube breaking?
So it's started off actually with, do you know, blind boxes? So they're like figures where you get like, you don't know what you're going to get. Like blind bags. Yeah, the little like mini figures with different ratios. So you'll get ones that are like 1 in 8 boxes, some that are like 1 in 100 boxes, that kind of thing. So that's where it kind of all started for me. And my mate said to me, this is about 10 years ago, said, you should do this and record it because it's really interesting. But I never did anything about it and kind of went out of the figure collecting and stuff. But then started to watch cards being opened. I can remember first hearing about a break on not Card Foundation, Major Pod. So I'd hear about breaks and I kind of then learned what they were, and it all was still a bit alien to me. But then the more and more I started to watch, things started to click and I started to understand more, and yeah, then it just spiraled from there. I said it last week. The reason I actually recorded it was because I'd had this pack for like a few years and I just couldn't bring myself to open it without some kind of, do you know what I mean? Evidence, witness, or like, do you know what I mean? Just some sort of
for a reason.
For a reason, yeah, that's it. It's not just something I opened in my bedroom when I was 30 years old. But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's been your favourite thing that you've ripped on your channel? Have you got like, is it this because of Chrome, like, or have you just had like a rip that you thought, God, that was a really good rip, and glad you did it?
One of them, so the 87 box for me, I think, is right up there. I seriously enjoyed that. One of the other ones, obviously, Slam Attacks Chrome's always going to be there. I've opened so many of them on the channel that it's unreal. Undisputed, that was really fun, really, really fun. Just because you get so many hits. I think it's like 10 hits, 8 autos or something. Yeah. So,
10 autos, yeah.
So yeah,
when the stakes are high, it makes, tingles, doesn't it?
Yeah. And with that one, I think, so when I opened the box, I mentioned that you can get the fistograph, the box topper fistographs. And then lo and behold, I got one in there. So I was really happy with that. Yeah.
I think that's the thing, though. Like, if you do something, you're like, oh, this is, quite cool to get these, and then you get one, that just makes the feed that much better, really, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, and I like to, when I'm opening a box especially, I like to hit something early on. Just takes the pressure away. So to get the fistograph, like, straight away, I almost, like, didn't give a shit what I got in the box. I was like, wicked, cool.
I've already won.
Yeah, I've already got something that I'm not supposed to get. So it was,
everything else is a bonus now.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, I'd probably say they're my top 3, the 87 tops, the Undisputed, and Slam Attacks Chrome. If I was richer than I am, then I would buy a lot more Undisputed and open that as much as I could.
Can you imagine doing a Transcendent? Spending 10k and just going, going for it, see what happens. I mean, that's the ultimate, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the balls that people would have had to do that. It's scary.
What do you think your favourite, like people have enjoyed the most? Do you think people enjoyed like Chrome because you've done a lot of it, or do you think people find the obscure stuff more?
Do you know what I think? I mean, in terms of views, my average kind of views is like a few hundred. I sometimes break 500 or 1,000, but I have got, I don't know, a handful, 5, 10, 15 videos that have sort of broken that 1,000 mark. And actually, the ones that are the most popular are the ones from the exclusive, like UK ones. So the Superstars, when we had that, Superstars, the recent Panini cards, that video is doing pretty
It's
well.
mind-boggling.
Crazy, because I slate it. The whole video, I'm slating it, basically. Do you know what I mean?
That's what we've done.
That's what we've done the whole time.
You know what I mean?
And actually, I looked today, in the last month, per se, I think it's month, my most watched video is actually the Panini stickers. So the UK or
cool.
Euro stickers. So it's quite often, I think, things that people in other places throughout the world can't easily get. Does that make sense? So they think, I can't buy it, so I'll watch this guy open it. So,
well, I think the thing is as well, like, you're one of only a handful of guys ripping this UK product. Like, everyone else can go on Whatnot streams or go on any other breaks and see those sorts of things ripped all the time. I think people, even over here, like, people still don't know half the time what you can get in these UK sets.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I say I would love to rip that Superstar set again, though. I really miss having that as a set. I would like to rip that. I don't know if you ever come across boxes again now, but
I haven't seen boxes of that
which is scary.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because it's just like there was so, you know what I mean? It's like they must be somewhere.
Yeah.
It just came and went, didn't it? Yeah, still with Tops probably.
It's down the road because they're in Milton Keynes, aren't they?
Yeah,
so
go and have a look.
Down the road, I'll go knock on their door saying, "Have you got about 20,000 boxes in the back?"
We'll do a DX Jeep and just go down there. Yoo-hoo! So what are you ripping next then? Like, what's your next one? Have you got them already done, or are you just going to do them when you fancy?
I've got a few things lined up. So I've got my next one will be I'm doing like a thing. I'm trying to complete this 2017 sticker album. Now, one of my friends is after the Liv Morgan. Yeah, Liv Morgan rookie sticker is in that. And I now need 20 stickers to complete this book, and I haven't pulled the Liv Morgan, so I've still got to pull 2 Liv Morgans, one for my book and one for my buddy. So if I only pull one, I'm gonna let my bud have it. But
that's nice.
Yeah, I'll have to go. The only place you can buy that sticker at the moment, for some reason, is OTP Bay. So
really,
it's about $6 or something, but it's just random.
It's not too bad, but it's a bit weird that it's across the pond.
Yeah. So I've got another one of those. So I'm kind of doing it in installments, like hunting for this one sticker. I think I've got one installment left. So I've got one due to come out in a few days, and then I've got one more to do. In terms of cards, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. I've been toying with doing some Chronicles, because obviously I did the Chronicles hobby in the group. And as Jamie said earlier, the sound quality was just really bad. So I can't really port it over to YouTube. So I think I'm just going to maybe get a couple of blasters and go for some blasters on that one. Because
cool.
Well, I mean, Chronicles. I don't know if you guys opened it.
No, I really want to, but I've pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one as well, actually, to be fair. So I would like to do that on the channel. There's just a few sets in it that I am in love with.
I'm sitting next to my Flux Titus 1/1.
Flux. That's one of the ones that I'm going to be collecting. Yeah, I mean, not the 1/1s or anything. I'm going for the I think it's like red to 99.
Yeah,
I think blue is to 199, so I'm going to do blues and reds.
Yeah,
the blues are really nice, actually. I really like the blues on those.
Yeah, blues are good.
So some Chronicles.
Where can people find you if they haven't already found you, Chris? I know we all the time, but
I'm at Cambridge Trading Cards on Instagram and on YouTube, so you can just type in at Cambridge Trading Cards and you'll find me. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Do you know, like, I don't want to get deep on it. Sounds a bit weird, but I don't want to get too deep. But I still like you've seen me. I have ripped before. I ripped the WCW 92. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I've ever bought.
The big box,
it cost like 300, I think it was at the time.
Yeah,
it's worth a lot more.
Because I remember when you bought that, I'd been eyeing that up like.
Oh really?
Right,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
really?
I saw you.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine, man.
I just went in for the rookie, the
Scott Halls and the
exactly. So that's why I went in for it. So, but for me, I just can't. I get it. So I'm an old fucker. I say this every time round. But for me,
you mean you're not pumping out TikToks every couple of hours?
But this is the thing, right? So for me, the small screens or the big screens, any kind of screen. Voyeurism is, for me, film, TV, porn. You know, like those are my voyeurisms growing up. That's what I know. But with everything with social media, I still can't get my head around like people watching people playing video games. You know, it's different kinds of voyeurism, but it's been so extended to different areas, and this is a part of it, you know. And it's great. I mean, I love more than anything of part with the breaking and stuff like that. It's the educational part of it, like learning how to how it all fits together, and you know, I love that. But maybe it's an age thing, maybe it's a generational thing, and you're not too like. I'm younger than me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But for me, and I'm glad you guys do it, and I'm not going to ever shit on it at all. I think it's great. But for me, I just still can't get my fucking head around it. Like, I just like the whole social media thing of watching other people do something to, and it all comes down to empathy, you know, feeling. You know, you them feeling stuff via what you're feeling, kind of thing. Your highs, your lows, and stuff like that. But it's such a nuanced thing for me. I still can't get my head around it.
I think the really weird thing for me, it feels really unnatural to do something like ripping, because you think no fucker's going to be interested in this. Like, you just think this is just me opening packets, but you actually realise that a lot of people actually get a kick out of just seeing someone doing something they enjoy.
Absolutely, and like that is one of the things that, you know, I was kind of dubious about at first. I was like, no one's going to fucking watch this. Why would anyone watch this? And then the more and more I've done it, and the more and more, as Dave said, this was all kind of a little bit alien to myself as well. And the more and more times like progressing, I'm finding that actually, if I get any time to myself to watch anything on TV or, you know, whatever, I'm either watching people open cards, so I watch someone called the Pixel Game Squad, and they basically go to boot fairs in America, but they're in like California, so they're a lot better than, you know, your boot fair up the road. Or so they're basically
you got any vinyls?
And so like
there's
a lot
of Dickinson this year, a lot of Dickinson. No Margaret, a lot of Dickinson.
She might like him though, but David.
She might be a fan.
David.
Sorry,
but all I'm trying to say is the more and more that I've like got involved in it, the more and more I've actually found myself I basically only watch either sport or what I've just said just there, like people game hunting or card opening. And I've noticed it with my son. He's nearly 9, and all that he watches is people play video games. That's
strange.
All that he watches.
My niece set up a channel in order to do like Minecraft online and other games like Roblox and stuff like that.
That's it.
And then that's her hobby. That's like how many, you know, subs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
100%.
It is weird. I find it weird in the sense that I don't understand it because the thing is, I'm all well up for watching people open stuff, but like watching along and stuff like that. But normally I know those people, or I'm in a break.
Oh, so you're involved in it?
Yeah, I'm involved in it. Or
that is a point though, because I can't. Certain people I won't watch because I don't necessarily like the person. I kind of have to like the person's like personality, or do you know what I mean? I have to kind of have like some sort of connection there. otherwise I just can't get into it. So even
It's
the guys that I do watch on YouTube, I feel like I kind of know, or like, do you know what I mean? I feel like kind of, I know what he PCs, I know what teams he supports, and do you know what I mean? So
it's amazing how much empathy plays a lot of part of it. It's just
absolutely,
and that, I think that's what I find weird is that it's just I can't get my head around it really yet. Maybe one day, maybe 2023 is the year I get my head around it, and I start doing TikToks, and I'm fucking like throwing my baby around the house and stuff like that to get more TikTok views. I don't know.
Sit him on the Hoover and push him around the house.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh.
Baffles me. Should we start?
Are you guys?
Chris, I thought you were gonna go into purchases. Man.
Okay, right. Yeah, I was about to say, are we done there? Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Cool. We'll go. I'll start us off going on to purchases. Any purchases, breaks, razzes, and or misses? Who wants to start us off? Mr. Dave?
Yeah.
Happy to start us off. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been liberating a few bits and pieces here, there, and everywhere. Mm-hmm. So Jake the Snake, first one. So I think it was the 99. I'm pretty sure. So it's from Chronicles, certified. It's blue. I got it on ComC. I think it's the 99. I got it for like $12. Yeah. So they do a green and a blue. I still haven't found a green yet. I found others in green. I haven't found Jake in green. So I got it to, I think it was close to like $12. So I was happy with that. Goes on my other ComC bits and pieces. I've got loads with ComC now. It's ridiculous. I forgot to say as well. So we covered it on the last one, on the last show. Juice Robinson came out, didn't he? For
New Arrivals.
New Arrivals. So I bought 2 packs.
How'd you go?
I got 2 base and 1 silver. Yay!
Nice.
So I was happy with that. I think they were 55 golds out of 1,000 sold or something like that.
Whoa,
so
that's a really low ratio.
It's really low hit, and I just thought I saw people going 40 deep and still not get a gold. So I thought,
crazy.
I'm happy with my 2 and a silver. I think I did well there. Happy days. I'll take that as a win. Maybe if I can trade it out at some point for a gold, I'll look for it maybe, but we'll see. But it's just going to show you how rare that these are going to be, man. I thought at least that you'd get like 100, maybe 200 of them, but no, 55. What else did I buy? I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Oh, before I move on for AEW as well, I did buy a couple of packs of Series 1. Got nothing.
Really? I thought you would have got like an auto or something there.
Struck out swinging with Series 1, sadly. But
I'm not going to buy any more of those 21s. I think they're now dried up.
Here we go.
They've dried up. So I did go down a bit of a rabbit hole with completely fucking unrelated. It is Upper Deck though, but I did go down a rabbit hole with Space Jam 2.
Space Jam.
Ironically, I do really love the pictures, the photography, as it were, from the film. I think that they're really good, and I do. I'm quite a big Looney Tunes fan. I love Taz. The Daffy's my dad's favourite. Yosemite Sam as well. I think I have many qualities of Yosemite Sam. Varmints. And the big one that I did go for a couple of weeks ago now. So it was just after the last show. So we were discussing about what to do with. So Trav and I were discussing what to do with the packs, the Transcendent VIP packs.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So we got quite a good deal if we wanted it. Then Leaf Hogan Reimaged came out, and we both bought one of them instead. So it's an auto. It's pre-order. It's still ongoing. I think it's pre-order to the 7th of the 2nd.
I think it's for a week, pretty much, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's still ongoing, mate. It's still
ongoing. Is it? Okay.
7th of the 2nd. It's still. You can still get it now. I don't know what the hit rate's going to be on it. I hope low. So it's basically Hulk Hogan as the Incredible Hulk on a card.
Hulk smash.
It's cool.
So
I love it.
nice,
As soon as so Trav said I might be buying this, and I was like, just if you're going to do it, buy me one as well. I'll give you the money because I love it. I need Hogan for my PC, to be honest. So I thought it was great. Really looking forward to getting my hands on that. Trav had a bit of a week as well. I'd be remiss not to mention this as well.
Ooh.
So Trav got to meet a couple of wrestlers this week. So
Nice.
Trav is he's in the card world and he's in the figure world
Toy
as well.
world.
So he's got his own podcast, and so he has a friend who runs a shop. It's called Roma Collectibles, but like capital R, capital O, capital M, capital A. And that's in Ohio. So I think it's Springfield, Ohio. So if you're in that area, go visit people if you like toys. So he went along to the shop where Ethan Page and Danhausen they were doing their vlog.
Yeah,
that they do
toy
for
vlog, yeah.
Toy vlog, yes. So he got to meet them two. Chris, that tags along with them from production, I don't know, and Nyla Rose.
Rose, yeah.
So Mark Sterling and I believe Brody King couldn't make it because of flights. So he had a really good time, and looking forward to seeing the vlog.
Yeah, he seemed very excited. I messaged him yesterday, and he seemed to say that he was really wicked, and he sort of thought it was a nice touch. So yeah, I think he enjoyed himself.
Yeah, he did. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Not for this week, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something for next week, next time. Hint, hint. Spoiler. Something big.
Something liberated.
Something liberated. Yeah.
How about you, Jamie? Any cool purchases this week?
I had a pretty quiet week, really. Obviously, January being a long month, obviously bills coming in. I've got to be a bit worried, obviously, about the car and stuff. So
Yeah.
So I've picked up a few things this week. Nothing, budget breaking, really. So I went through the ComC and I picked up some more stuff for the AEW PC.
Okay.
So I picked up the rest of the main features silver. So I've got all the rest of those parallels. And again, they're like 30 cents a card now. So I picked all of those up, which is all pretty good. And I picked up about 20 more pyros. So again, I think I must have spent about $15 and I got all that lot, which is all pretty cool.
Decent.
I picked up, I've got to thank Tommy in the ATP group for this. He from Bailly, I was browsing through there last night, he picked up a couple of cards for me and I just pinged him the money. So he picked up another of the purple film strip relics. So he picked up the Perfect and Flair from 92. That was
nice.
Out of 25. I think that was, less than like £7 or £8. So I'm quite happy with that one.
Really good.
And he also picked me up a nice multicolour relic for Chris Jericho from Championship Clash. So thanks, Tommy, for doing that. And he's obviously going to get it shipped to his mailbox in Japan. So, more than happy with that. And then I picked up a ticket stub. I don't know why I'm picking these up, but there was a ticket stub on American eBay and it was like $3. And it's for SummerSlam 2007. It was an unused ticket. So thought, you know what? It's not the most memorable slam at SummerSlam in the world, but...
Really, is it really good condition then, or is it... If it's unused?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's obviously the complete ticket. I'm not an expert in obviously the quality, but it looks all right. And for a couple of dollars, I'm not overly
still
concerned,
cool,
really.
Yeah. Nice.
So my big purchase, though, this week, I bought 20 packs of top loaders.
Boom.
So I'm well stocked up on top loaders and penny sleeves. So got a good price on them, though. They were like less than £2 a pack. So
nice.
I've not seen it that low
really
for
good.
ages, because normally they're like really £2 or £3. So, I grabbed as many as I could on those. So,
decent.
a fairly quiet week. I think I've, just been buying bits and pieces, really. So, I did do what Lloydie said. I did try and pick up another Juice Robinson. I just bought one on the day before the ended. I only got another base, so yeah. But not that, that is what it is really. But yeah, that's it. To be honest, what about you, Chris?
So, right, it was mentioned on the last episode by Dave. Corey Bastian, Tron Cards on Instagram. So, Dave, you do have another purchase. You do. Down in a few weeks, you will. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, Dave, you could add to your purchases, or you could wait a couple of weeks. But yeah.
Oh no! Tell me what I've bought.
What did you spend? You tell us what you bought. What did you buy, Dave?
Tell us what I bought. No, go on.
So I'll say what I've bought. So I went for. So he does all. We obviously spoke about it with the BWO card last week in Dave's top 5. So I picked up one of those. I also picked up another one that Dave's mentioned before, the Fred Ottman triple. So the Typhoon, Shockmaster, and Tugboat. Really nice. So it's like a yellow card design. Yellow's my favourite colour, so boom.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be red.
No, yellow. And I also picked up Demolition Dual Auto, which is...
Oh, man, I thought about that as well,
The red paint pen, it looks so nice. So, yeah, that was what I got. And then my buddy Matt got the BWO card, and he also picked up a Daniel Garcia auto, which we were...
a rookie card as well,
we were debating whether this is his rookie auto or...
So that's his second... So just NFYI, so he did 2.
Okay.
And that's the one that he's bought is the second card.
The second one, cool.
It's still before the AEW stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that there's a Red Death one, which is red, and then there's a blue one.
So I think it's the one where he fought Punk.
Yes.
So it's the second one.
I think that's his second card, but the other one's just him, and it's like a red, like flashy thing. He hasn't got any of those left, as far as I can see. But
yeah, really cool card. And go on, Dave. Sorry, Jay, what's up?
No, I was only going to say really quickly, I was really tempted by the Jerry Lynn inscription card that he had.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Jerry Lynn mark, and I was tempted to pick up one of those, but yeah. There's some really nice cards, though, he's done over the years. You don't realise how many nice things he's done.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to, stop. I had to stop looking at... do you know what I mean? I was like, I could have had a few more. So go on, Dave. Tell us what you got.
I believe that I have purchased a Masato Tanaka card. So I did get to see him wrestle I can't believe I'm saying this fucking promotion twice in one show. Fight Club Pro before speaking out. I hate, honestly. I think they were actually, I don't think it actually was. I think it was the Sheldon Freuden it's like spin-off show that they did. But I did get to see him wrestle, and I love that one. Obviously ECW. I'm not a massive mark for hardcore wrestling, but the match that he did on the one night only with Mike
Awesome. Yeah.
That is a proper hoss match, man. That is a big boy match. I love that. I could watch that now and be very happy.
Yeah.
But he's gone.
So the table spots, that was like the best table matches, like all the things I've seen, like, and especially that mad dive at the end. You think, Jesus Christ, insane match.
It is.
And
to be honest, though, massive shout out to Corey Bastian as well.
Absolutely.
Oh man, the amount of work that has gone into these cards, it just oozes love.
Yeah.
I think we should have got a Mantar just to as our next, move on from Dream and make Mantar our booby prize going around.
Man.
It would have been quite funny.
That would have.
I think the Griff Garrison one that he's got is the rookie Griff, though.
Could quite possibly. I did see that.
I'm not sure Brian Pillman Jr. is, but definitely Griff. I'm not sure if there's anything earlier from Griff. And the Butterbean one as well. He's got that on pre-order.
Stop looking, Dave. Stop looking.
I know, man. I know. We might have to do a follow-up order, man.
We'll have it all. We'll take it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, fair play to him. He's he really has taken the indie card scene by storm.
He's got a real great selection.
I feel he's taken the place of what the Leaf cards were 2014, 2015, like those little cards. He's taken that sort of market where Leaf have now gone to the same old names now, haven't they? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you can just see like people trust him as well. You know what I mean? Like these guys are like trusting him to make quality cards, and
he's doing it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're really, really nice.
So thank you, Corey.
See,
for
good things. Good things. This show.
Positive,
good things.
That's
good
it.
things.
My next purchase was, again, one that has been mentioned on the show, and I think it was quite a while ago. It was when Impeccable came out. So it was the Stainless Stars, Seth freaking Rollins to 99. So it's the colour match one. I posted it for Wrestling Card Wednesday on our Facebook group.
I fucking love this card.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So the blacks, the reds, it all lines up perfectly.
We don't hear Jamie that animated. No. I fucking love this card.
Honestly, when I was looking for these Stainless Stars, like they were like, obviously the Zach Gibson was the black and red, and I just think the way Seth Rollins is standing there, like it is perfectly matched up with the lines.
The lines perfectly match his suit because his suit is two-tone black and red. So yeah, it does look very cool.
Oh mate, I was well jealous when I saw that on. I was like, I've got to get one of these.
Well, I picked it up, Jamie, for $4, so it's not one
mate.
that. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So I was watching two of the same. One of them was numbered 1, so 1 of 99 or 1 out of 99. That one went for a lot more. So I'm assuming only because it was numbered 1. Mine's numbered 94 and went for $4.
Okay.
So happy to. I just wanted. I just wanted one of that set. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I needed to get at least one, and I thought, which one is the coolest that I can afford? Because there are cooler ones that I just can't afford. So, just happy to add that. And to answer
They're
Sam,
great in hand as well. They're great in hand.
Well, I was about to say, to answer Sam's question, I will not be taking off the protective cover thing. Moda let me to take it off.
I'm the same. I've got the Braun, and I'm
not. No, it's
Braun.
not
Braun. I would never take.
No,
that off.
I don't think
never
so.
take that off.
Just don't. No.
Nope.
Slam Attacks Chrome. I've only got one thing. I've only got one thing this week. So it was, again, shout out to Tommy ATP for letting me know about this. It was a Facebook auction. So have you ever seen these?
I have. I've never done one.
So it was. So he told me about it on the Friday, and the cutoff was like Monday 9 p.m. or something like that. So basically, he started everything at pretty much $1, and then you just comment the picture and just increments of $1. I hated it the way that it was done. I hated it because when you've got, say he posted, I don't know, 200 cards, and then each post or each comment has then 5 or 6 comments on you're at like 500, 600, 700 comments, and then my phone, for instance, couldn't load it, and it would crash the app. And do you know what I mean? So although I did get some real steals from this, it was still a lot of pain in the butt to a degree. I won't bore you with it was just coloured parallels, basically. It wasn't anything. There was some John Cena's and Stone Colds in there, but that's about it. But I did manage to get a Flux Shawn Michaels 199 red. So cool. That's that. And right, I didn't tell you guys about this, and I'm praying that Jamie wasn't one of the other bidders on this. I feel a little bit mean about it, in all honesty, but I had to have it. I've had to have it for a while. It's the Ultimate Warrior face paint relic 2015 chrome. So I didn't go for the PSA 9 that's on eBay. That one's to 75. This was just a base one. But it popped up and I had to have it, man.
Was it OTP?
OTP, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, so
That's cool, man.
What did it go for? It went for about $40, which is quite a lot, I thought, for an unnumbered relic. But you just don't see it come up very often.
It's rarity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so rarity.
You wasn't bidding on that, was you, Jamie?
Full disclosure, you broke up when you said something. I didn't hear what it was, so let's pretend.
Don't worry about it, Jamie. It's fine. You don't need to know about it. Cool. Right. So,
ignorance is bliss.
Good, yeah. You move along. Move along.
When you listen to the pod, you'll find out.
Yeah. Move along.
Jamie leaves WhatsApp chat.
Let's hope. No, you won't. I think. And yeah, same as you, Jamie. So I needed some more supplies. I only got them a couple of weeks ago, but this Topps 87 set is needed sleeving and top loading and all sorts. So picked up a lot of supplies, thicker top loaders, mag sleeve, slab sleeves. Sorry, so to put all my PSA slabs in because a few of them aren't in sleeves, which is bugging me. That sort of thing. So I will say it's Big H again, Big H Trading Company. He's got free shipping over $35 at the moment, so worth a look on there. And that kind of ties in to some they're not card related, but they're kind of wrestling related, so I'm just going to shove them in. So I bought a SNES game this week, WWF WrestleMania. So it's all boxed, manual, everything. And then I've gone a bit crazy on these supplies. I've been buying lots of like plastic. It's basically top loaders for video games. Have you guys seen these? I mean, they're not like they've been out forever, but I've for some reason decided in the last few weeks that I need to top load my games. So I've bought about 50 or 60
no way.
of these.
How do they top load then? Like, are they like a penny sleeve or just like a case?
So it's like sorry, I'm just dropping everything.
Like a box.
It's like a plastic box. So that's the Mega Drive one. See what I mean? Right. So they just look a bit nicer. They're all protected.
It's like you've thieved it from Tesco's.
Yes, yeah. Looks like Bone Storm or something, doesn't it?
When you get them graded, it's kind of similar, but you have like a top bit of it with the grade and stuff on.
Yeah, that's
really
it.
Nice in there actually.
And it does really so it makes the PS1 and the N64 and the Mega Drive games look a million times nicer. So yeah, really happy with them. And then one last thing, still wrestling related. I bought some. Did you guys see the new retros came out? So it was Evil Doink, USA Lex Luger, Tugboat, and Rhythm and Blues Greg Valentine. So it was basically the Fuck You Matt Cardona set. Because they're all the prototypes that he has and he paid tens of thousands for, and it is literally all of them. So it did seem a bit of a I don't know, kind of like fuck you to Matt Cardona from Mattel and the guys, but you know, I still had to pick one up because I needed it in the set. So and yeah, that is it for me now. So I had one miss actually, and it was the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar rib card that Jamie spoke about last week. That went really cheap as well, $1.83, and I only bid $1.50 and then fell asleep. So missed that one. But I will add that one to the collection at some point, just for the backstory.
Yeah, it's such a random backstory, isn't it? I was blown away by that. It really was. Nice. You had a good week then, really, all round.
Yeah, decent week. Happy with it. But right, so shall we move on to the top 5? It is
top 5.
Undervalued in the hobby. And Dave, you all right starting us off again?
Yeah.
Pretty please?
Yes. So I struggled with 5 because there's so many that I had on a list. And I'll wait to the honourable mentions to mention the others because they're not in... I think, Chris, you've got one.
Okay.
So number 5, RVD. So I think RVD is undervalued. I get it. Like, singlets blurred out sometimes, right? We get it. Not his fault. But I think RVD is undervalued in such as way of basically... I think his cards should go more considering what he's achieved.
Yeah.
And not so much in recent years, but he's basically been in every promotion, hasn't he?
And been
over the years.
Yeah.
And been very successful. He's been a champion. He beat Cena, man. So
that was a big deal at the time as well, wasn't it? So,
that was a big deal, and then he got caught smoking the reefer and then
a pound of weed or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think there is so much more to those cards, I think, going all the way back to ECW side. So for me, I think he's a bit of a miss within the hobby. And I like his auto as well, even though it's a very spiky star, but I do like his auto.
I do think RVD does need to have a singlet relic some point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he must have so many
good.
spare kicking around. Can you imagine having like a tie-dye singlet relic? Just autograph,
And
like
they
the
are.
Panini one.
He is in Panini, so that I'm surprised. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be great. Number 4 is Batista. I think he just doesn't get as much love as he should do with regarding the amount of money that his cards go for. I mean, Chris, the card I got from you on the 25 is probably one of my favourite in my collection. That card really should be a £500 card.
Agreed.
Because of who he is, what he's done in the industry, but he's a film star.
Yeah,
he's a bona fide film star.
Hollywood film star.
A megastar,
He's a megastar, and he's like, you can...
But I think even though the price that we agreed upon was fair on both sides, I do also think that if I'd have put that card on eBay, especially UK eBay, I just think it would have sat there for, an untold amount of time. So I was more than happy to see it go to someone who wanted it. So, yeah.
But it's sad though, isn't it? Like,
it is.
Stuff like that. I want it to sell, and I want it to sell for big money because it's the respect on that person, because they earned it, man. They really did. So Orton's number 3 for me. Again, completely undervalued with regarding how much his cards actually go for, especially his auto cards all the way back. I think all of his cards all the way back are undervalued. I will get... Obviously, I think I'll give my reason. I'm pretty sure is going to come up again in our lists because he's such a big character to be undervalued, right? But for me personally, the reason why he's in the list but not the top of the list, I just think for me personally, he's boring.
I think this is a big thing.
Yeah,
no, come on.
No, I was just saying that he more than anything, it's for me why he's boring. His walks to the ring through a big period of his career that took more time than the fucking match did. And that for me, I think, I don't know, man. Like I think it put a lot of people off him being.
Yeah, me too.
I think you're
a
right.
big draw.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I do like it. I do like watching him wrestle. I think they could have done so much more with his character over time. They try to make it this nuanced, like weird kind of like with Triple H. It was kind of this nuanced kid, basically, that Triple H couldn't control. And some of it worked, some of it didn't work. but ultimately he was. I think Batista as well is all under the Triple H watch kind of thing, and Triple H was always the star over them too. So I think really for a big period of time anyway. So I think that didn't do him any favors. Number 2 is Jeff Jarrett.
J.E.
Yeah, Double J.
Double F. Sorry.
So
He's having the run of his life at the minute, isn't he? Bloody hell.
He's everywhere.
I love Impact Wrestling, the TriStar Jeff Jarrett cards, because most of them are him twatting someone over the head with a guitar. And the photography, with toys, they call it toyetic, right? With cards, cardetic. He is really good on card. Like he is built for wrestling cards. He gets no love in the fucking hobby at all. His autographs, no love, nothing. His autographs are terrible. They're so spiky.
No, I was going to say very spiky, James.
So spiky. It's like the Alps. It's so fucking spiky. However, I do love Double J. I love his cards. And I just think he's like all of these people, multiple time champions, right? Crazy. And number 1, HBK. So I'm not a fan of HBK, really. I've always been a Bret Hart fan, not a HBK fan. I think HBK has got some traction in recent Panini releases, but generally over time, he doesn't get the love that a legend of his standard should get in the hobby.
Yeah,
I find it very baffling. I do think there is a surge of people looking at legends and buying legends, and I think Panini has really done that really well. But I still think there's a massive void in the difference between valued and undervalued when it comes to HBK.
I think I will talk it later on a little bit as well, the HBK, but I think he, as a wrestler, I think his autograph cards do quite well. But his early
cock.
cards, the big
Sorry,
cock.
Margaret. Big smoky cock.
But yeah, he's like early cards, especially his rookie. Like the prices are just nowhere near you would imagine like someone of his caliber would be.
Absolutely
nuts, absolutely nuts. But yeah, I'll fully agree with that.
So Jamie, oh no, is it me?
Yeah,
go on,
Chris.
I'll go for me.
Chris,
so at number 5, I have gone for Kofi Kingston. I think there's still potential for his cards to increase in value over time, but at the moment, he's very undervalued. For when you consider that he's been WWE champion, the longevity that he's, do you know what I mean? When did he debut? 2008? 7, 9, something like that, and he's been active the whole time. There was maybe a little lull in between sort of his singles and New Day stuff, and maybe when New Day started, but I just think he's been a top star or a high mid carder for so long that it's just strange that his prices don't reflect it.
I had Kofi as my honourable mention, by the way. And not necessarily Kofi, but New Day in themselves.
Yeah. I'd agree, because I thought about saying New Day because Big E is the same, been a champion,
I think he's great.
He's got a really nice auto. If you can get one of his autos on card, really nice and big, and I've got a few myself. But what I will say is I've got a duplicate of one, and I've been trying to get rid of it on eBay for 3-4 months. No takers. Even at 28 quid, I think I'm trying to get for it. It's to 50. It's and relic auto, but nothing.
The thing is, do you remember when the Superstars came out as well? If you bought it,
I've got one of them.
Shop, you could get
the on card.
It was a bit of a joke, though, isn't it? It's like ex-champion, you're getting it free
for free. Yeah, it seemed weird.
Like there's so many other people you could have just got for free. Kofi, really
made me buy one.
I don't know. Well, I know, but like. He shouldn't be a free.
He shouldn't be the free one. Yeah,
shouldn't be
that
a free
is true. So number 4, I've gone for Sami Zayn. Now, you would have thought that in the last 6 to 9 months, his card value he's been the main event, or he's been in the main event of SmackDown for I don't know, 6 or 9 months. I would say that his cards have increased in popularity, but I just, from when I've been doing a bit of research on how much his cards are selling for and things like that, still no real value there. Maybe the one-on-ones, there is a bit more value now, but I'm just surprised. I just saw, with how popular he is as a person, it just doesn't seem to translate into cards. No. That's weird. Number 3 is one of Dave's, is Batista. And so I've put here that I'm not saying there's no value, because as we said, there is value there.
There is value.
It's just when you consider that he's arguably, in terms of Hollywood actors and things like that, who else is there? There's The Rock and Cena, who are maybe a bit more famous, but then realistically, I think he's had... Yeah, exactly. But then, you could argue that actually Batista's roles in movies and his Hollywood career is better than John Cena's, because Cena's, done some comedy stuff and done a few, he's not been really the main guy in a film. Whereas...
he's not leading man.
Yeah, that's it. Whereas Batista seems to be able to get those pretty easy now, so...
He seems to have a good mix of roles as well, doesn't he? The Rock is always the Rock in these movies. I think he's fallen into that rut now, hasn't he? Whereas Batista seems to be quite happy to take...
He can do different things and play, different types of films. Yeah, I do think that. Number 2, Seth Rollins. Notoriously undervalued in the hobby. I think he's one that is normally mentioned. But you can basically, I was looking into this, done a bit of research, you can get on OTP Bay especially, you can get his auto for $10, which I thought was insane. You can, 10 to 15, and you can definitely get one. There are the odd exceptions to this. So I did find a cool multicolored relic from Impeccable that went for about $225 recently. But it is really nice. It's from his Seth freaking Rollins gear, so it's colourful, free tone sort of patch. So, but one thing,
I'll wait to give my opinion.
Okay,
on Seth,
you wait.
I'm pretty sure he's going to appear again. But,
okay.
What gives you that idea?
I do have an opinion on why.
So one of the things that I've noticed, and I think this about Seth, and I think this about Randy Orton as well, is their autos are trash. Their actual signatures are terrible. Yeah.
Squiggle.
It's just crap.
Seth used to be better, didn't he?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Have now gotten this lazy,
And for me, I'm I wouldn't go for one just because I'm it looks rubbish. I don't like that it doesn't take up much of the space, and it's the same for Orton, who is my number 1. So he's a megastar. Do you know what I mean? Dave said it, pretty well. One of, other than the auto being a bit lackluster, one of the other things that I've always thought about Randy Orton is because he never changed, and again, Dave kind of alluded to it, he never changed his gimmick. And to me, that's just a little bit boring to just go the whole... 10, 15, 20 years doing basically the same thing. I know he had the Legend Killer, but
he's been the apex predator for
which doesn't really
all his career, basically.
Yeah. But I think he's probably, considering, how many title reigns he's had and how long he's been top of the, near the top of the company, I just think he's probably the most undervalued on my list anyway. So that's mine. How about yours, Jamie?
So there's going to be a few people appearing in my list, the same as you guys, really. Someone who doesn't appear in my list, and just a quick thing with Orton. Did you guys see that Orton one with all the extra words all around it?
Yeah, the 4-4,
really
wasn't it?
Yeah, that is a really nice touch, actually. That's the first time I've seen Orton do something special. So it might
coming
get
out in immaculate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So, it's a nice touch. So, yeah, bonus brownie points there for that. Right, so my ones, number 5, I'm going to stick Booker T in there at number 5, just because...
Motherfucker.
5
I can't believe... Motherfucker. I love you, Jamie, but seriously...
On purpose, I promise.
Well, we all know what number 5 is going to be, don't we? Yeah. There's no point.
The mega 1 to 4.
Well,
it's the mega 1 to 4 for this week.
Look, we can discuss 5 if you wish, but if we would like to use Booker T,
agree.
I just think for someone who's had such a long career, is beloved by the fans, has a pretty good auto which doesn't change. Like, I think in the hobbies it's undervalued, and again, like his early rookie cards and stuff are just so cheap. Like, I think if you've got a Booker T or like you've got something, I think, especially with the Rumble as well, you'd thought there'd be a bit more of a pickup. But again, pretty flat. So Booker T number 5. I put Seth Rollins in at number 4. And I think, like you guys have alluded to as well, I think because his auto is so crap, that really sort of hampers his auto price. But again, his cards are still fairly cheap. Like, if you want a 1 of 1, like, you can pick them up quite nicely. And I think down the line, like, Seth is going to be one of these people are going to jump on, aren't they, to get these early cards of him and stuff.
I think it's some point.
My opinion on Seth, I completely agree with you about the autograph. It's one of the first autographs I actually, when I pulled from my first box, was a Seth Rollins autograph, and I was like, but other than that, for me, I loved the whole Seth Rollins like clambering up the ladder with his streaky piss hair. That was cool. I loved what he did through up until, I think, wasn't it after he beat Brock after Brock in 2018.
Yeah.
After that, and he lost the title, they put him into the mid card basically. And gave him, before he was the Monday Night Messiah.
When he was extracting eyeballs during lockdown,
and then he's turned into Seth frickin' Rollins. People love it.
I like it.
For me, it's a shadow of what he was. You can't put a person like Seth in the mid card because he's. But the thing is, they haven't done that with many other people who are the top stars. They've never done it with Orton. They've never done it with Cena.
They kind of did it with Roman Reigns, though. Because he went from being WWE champion and then he kind of went into the US title and, Yeah,
but he's been doing it for 5 years.
Now he's back.
Yeah.
But five years of Seth Rollins being like
that is a long while, yeah.
And for me, that's the reason that I've really gone off the whole Seth thing, because it's just, what's the point? What's he doing? Like, they gave him that run. He's still really young, and they're just putting talent through him.
Yeah, and I don't see him getting back there either. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys?
No.
I think the Fiend rivalry really hampered him as well. I think people shit all over that with the red light.
The red light and the cage.
Yeah.
I just think he's had so many things not go his way. But, I just think in general, like Seth Rollins, I think down the line, I think people are going to regret not picking these cards up, especially the lower numbers,
I don't know, but it's one that is... I can see it was why in your list. I can see why I haven't put it in my list, but it is kind of is what it is with Seth. It's not. I don't believe it's a lot of his fault, basically.
Yeah,
but yeah.
The next one I've done now. He doesn't have that many cards, but I'll put number 3 as Terry Funk, and I'm only going to put that down because of who he is. But like the 92 and 82 All-Stars, like, you can pick that card up at a pretty good price. Terry Funk's autograph has always been pretty nice, even like the ones that he's had signed and people have autographed them. Like, they just generally look nice. And I think Terry Funk doesn't get the love he deserves. Not just undervalued in price, but also he hasn't got that many modern cards either, has he? I think
he's been in talking a few sets, but he'll have like one card sort of thing.
He's in Chronicles, isn't he? He was certified, and
I think there was like this big gap. Like, I think Topsy had a few cards in Tops, and there's like this big gap. But I think he needs a lot more love, the Funker, and I think we're really going to miss him. When sadly he does go. But I'm always on the lookout for the Terry Funk rookie, and I think anyone who's got them, like, hold on to them at this point, I think. Number 2, I put HBK. I'm a big HBK mark anyway for this kind of stuff anyway. You guys said earlier on, obviously, his autos are getting a bit more traction. But those early cards, like his rookie cards, you can pick up for less than $5.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's raw. And obviously, even like PSA slabbed ones, like 8s and 9s, are less than $30.
Yeah, I've seen them for about 20, 30, yeah.
And you just think, it's crazy, So yeah, HBK I think needs a lot more love, and I don't quite understand why, because even if you're in one camp or the other, everyone still likes a HBK match somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very peculiar. So yeah,
it's Mr. WrestleMania for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, again, I know his auto is a bit obscure at times, but it's still, when it's good, it's a good auto, isn't it? Like.
Yeah,
he does put
a good solid cock.
When it's girthy, it's good.
It's a nice big auto.
Something I never thought I'd say.
When it's girthy, it's good.
Soundbite, that one.
Yeah, please don't.
So yeah, number 2.
That's the name of the show this week. When it's girthy,
it's good.
Oh dear. And then number 1. So I said to you guys why I was going to put this at number 1, and I put Owen Hart in number 1.
No idea why you've done this.
So I put him undervalued purely because obviously his early cards, but that 98 Superstars auto, I feel for the price of that currently has been sat on eBay. So full disclosure, I sold mine last year.
Yeah,
but there's some sitting on eBay for 500 and they haven't sold.
Okay.
And you just think that there are so many modern cards going for a hell of a lot more for mid-card people. And something like that is just sat there struggling to sell. And I think he's really undervalued, that particular card in the hobby. I don't really know what you guys think. Do you think something as rare as that deserves more love? Or do you think it's just the nature of it? Like, is it a generation that now doesn't care as much?
I mean, the thing is, where we are now, yes, I would say probably. But, I mean, Owen Hart was never, and I love Owen, but he was never the top guy.
No.
He means a lot to a lot of people who remember it during the year, and, what he did.
And watching
how
stuff
funny
back
was.
now.
And, well, the stories you hear, everyone's got an Owen Hart story.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a story to tell about
little
it.
rib.
They're lovely. But when it comes to his stuff, I can see why people aren't forking out 500 for someone who potentially doesn't mean much to them.
But
I just wondered, really.
For instance, I recently sold an Owen Hart card, and I was quite surprised of how much I got for it, because it was just a base card. So it was from the Action Packed set, and I sold it for 15 quid. And I'd had like a few watches on it, and I'd offered it up at about $7.99, and then some guy just came and paid the actual asking price, even though it had best offer on it. So I don't know if that was maybe a one-off, or do you know what I mean? But I thought it was a little bit.
Yeah, I just considered that his price has been coming down and down and down. Like, I have sold the auto now, but I had considered it for a long time when it was like going for 800-900, and that just seems to be dropping and not being picked
Seems
up.
Strange, yeah.
And then you see modern stuff going like so much more. Do you think, maybe it's just the type of collector around, but I think if I had $400 spare, like I would pick something like that up than I would a paralleled auto from someone in the mid card now,
Yeah.
I thought put it on there as a bit of a thing, but for me, I find that one card is very undervalued, I think, for what it is. Compared to, obviously, the Rock in that set, But I get what Lloyd is saying, like, he wasn't a top star as such. It's just that nostalgia and what, ultimately what happened with him,
Yeah.
It's a shame, though, because he probably, I'm not saying he would have ever been the top star. I don't think he would have been. But he was the dichotomy to Bret Hart, right? He was the yin to his yang.
Yeah.
And whether they were fighting or whether they were on the same team, it was fun.
Yeah. And Owen was always the fun part of it to a degree. Do you know what I mean? You could never trust him, and loved him.
I do wonder at some point, though, we may see some Owen cards within AEW in one of these future sets. There was always rumblings that it led to licensing stuff and they were doing figures and cards.
Well, they're doing the figures, aren't they?
He's going to be in the game, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got figures and he's going to be in the game. Fingers crossed for cards. That would be very cool.
Yeah. So, we'll see. But that's my top 5 pretty much there, really.
Cool. Right, shall we...
That's high energy right there.
Oh, wait.
See that high energy?
What a theme tune as well, though. Hell of a theme tune.
Any honourable mentions? Because I know I've got one, but what about you guys?
I'm surprised that you're one.
Well, have you done any research into it?
So what we're talking, we talk Brock, right?
Brock Lesnar. So I just think for the career and the career he's had, I just feel like he should be a little bit more. Now, I looked for the past 3 months of sales, and I couldn't see a card that had gone higher than $200 or £200. Sorry,
that's amazing.
And that was his. Yeah. I feel like that was a PSA 9 rookie, and then below that, so auto wise, in like these new sort of Panini ones, you're looking at about 140, 130, 150 maybe.
I was surprised by that. I think they'd be over 200, to be honest. I mean, I was very lucky. I picked up one up for like
you got a deal, didn't you?
For like 80 or something
quid.
Like that. I think it was 82 or something. Like 83. Yeah. I was waving the flag of success on that one, but. I think they should be over 200. I thought they were still over 200, but 150. I think a lot of it with Panini is though he has done quite a few.
I was about to say it's saturation of the market, isn't it? Where they've bought a fair amount out now, and it's not as hard to get. And it's the same with his NFL stuff. I've noticed a big dip in that where he's been featured in the last sort of two years, I think. So,
do you mean UFC?
No, NFL. He's in Minnesota Vikings. Vikings. He's been in the last... I know he's definitely in last year.
I thought he meant, before.
But again, UFC is the same, UFC, all cards are even less than the wrestling ones, so... Weird.
This is what gets me with Taker and stuff. Like, his prices aren't coming down at all, considering how saturated that market is now. It's crazy, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. But...
Sorry, coughing fit.
Anyone else?
The Miz.
The Miz, yeah.
Miz, yeah.
I mean, that's a bit scandalous that his stuff's worth nothing.
Is it similar to Seth that you said, though, Dave, where he's kind of had that, he's been a top star and then he's kind of always just been mid-card and...
Yeah, probably.
Maybe that's the only reason.
Yeah. I like his autograph.
Same,
with the money, not with the face. That was weird.
It's weird though. Like, all the unlikely ones are the ones that you think are going to be high value. They're not. It's very strange, isn't it? How it works out. Like, what the market dictates. It's crazy. Really.
I think wrestling card collectors are weird as well, aren't we? So we pay
wrestling
more.
Fans in general, don't they?
Probably.
I think that's why we're always so embarrassed to say we're wrestling fans. I think we're all slightly embarrassed to be here.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'll tell anyone.
I'm not embarrassed.
Oh dear.
Right, let's mega
1 to 4 it.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
Boom. Right. Anyone want to start us off with number 5? Jamie?
Oh, motherfucker, Jamie.
We don't have to.
I love you, man, but motherfucker.
Look, I'm going to not include Booker T Like,
Booker T is number 5. So number 4.
Booker T is number 5. It's 5 times. Every time
anytime
he's
he's
done the show,
in
Booker T is number
Booker
5.
T number 5. Right, we'll keep him in there. Fine. 1 to 4 then.
1 to 4, right?
4. Well, I think personally, I think it's really easy this week.
Well, I think we've got multiple there, haven't we? So.
We've got Orton, Seth, Batista, and
HBK. I think it's got to be Orton, Seth, Batista, HBK. But what order? Who's the most undervalued? I think you two have kind of sold me on HBK. I feel like he should maybe be number 1.
I think HBK, Orton, and then it's a toss up between. I would probably put Seth 3 and Batista 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though I understand why Seth is undervalued, but
I think Batista outside of wrestling, as Dave Batista, his autos go for a lot of money. So I think maybe if we're doing it purely wrestling, I think Batista goes maybe a little bit lower than, let's say Seth, the next one up. That sounds fine for me.
Yeah,
cool. So
I think it's funny because even though it's quite a tough subject matter, really, because you're looking at the bottom. It's always hard, I think, looking at the bottom than it is the top.
Yeah.
And we've all got the same kind of judgments really here. So, but I think it's quite an easy one, really, because these guys stick out like a sore thumb.
I am tempted to actually stick this up in the Facebook group as well, actually, to see what people will chime in, because everyone's got different ideas,
Well, one thing that obviously Dave put Double J in, but other than that, we've all gone WWE. So no one put any AEW. And for me, my reasoning for that was that I feel like a lot of AEW guys at the moment, where there's lack of product, are overpriced. It's too early. Give it 5-6 years and we'll, would have seen tons of Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs or whatever. But yeah.
Well, the thing is, Dean Ambrose, he's got a very shit autograph.
One of the worst,
Dean Ambrose or
Mox.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
But he's turned it around going to AEW.
Yeah, but is that
with his cards?
But is that AEW? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Is it AEW cards? Is it their fans? Is it who knows? Time will tell.
I think it's a more developed character of that is hardcore nature.
Yeah,
I'm not a hardcore fan,
but most people prefer John Moxley over Dean Ambrose. So yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, Jamie. Have you written these down?
Oh, I'm just doing it as we speak.
He's doing it. Excellent. So what did we have? We had HBK 1, Orton 2, Seth 3,
yeah,
Batista 4. And 5 times.
Yeah.
I can't believe... The reason I'm angry at this is because I didn't fucking think about it. I just can't believe it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, But hey.
Hey-ho.
I love it.
There we go.
I'm sure we can squeeze him in somewhere, Lloyd. We'll give you a little wink and say, look, you can let me get a booker in this one if you wanted to.
Stick the booker in. The bookman.
There we go. Top 5 in the books. So, what are we gonna? Whose week is it next week? Jamie?
I think we're back round to me. I
think we are. Yeah. So, what do you want to do for your top 5 next week?
So, this might be a little bit more of a tough one.
Okay.
I thought we'd try and do something sort of date based. So,
I
thought we'd go back 20 years and do cards from 2003. So, our favourite image, favourite auto. There's not that many sets within 2003.
Okay.
But have a scan through, see what you think. I know there's some particular sets that you both would like in 2003. So,
but there's no other rules. It's just got to be from 2003 and from 2003, wrestling related.
Yes.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah. So any card sets, any particular autographs, something. Just 2003. Let's go back 20 years and see what would have been. We've been talking about in 2003 20 years ago if we were doing it.
Definitely. Cool.
And good with that, you two?
Yeah, absolutely fine with me. That'd be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
And can we announce our big topic, or does it have to stay hush hush still?
So the actual content of the big topic,
It's to stay hush hush. Yes.
But guest wise, which I'll get the details sent over. But I think we're going to be having Sam on as the fourth man.
Excellent. So Sam from Icon Trading Cards joining us.
Yeah, so hot off the press, spoke to him just before we came on air. I said, did you fancy coming on next episode? And he said, yeah, we'd love to. So I think he's going to talk about his new release. Obviously, take part as he normally does with the top fives and
some purchases.
Yeah, we just have him on as a guest. Yeah, purchases and bits and pieces. So yeah, Sam, I don't know when he came on. I think October, something.
Yeah, I think so. Excellent. Right. Cool. Plugs and goodbyes. Jamie?
Boom.
You know what to do.
So here we go. You can find us at Facebook. We're at Squared Circle Relics Pod on Facebook. If you haven't joined the group yet, come on over. We've got some stuff going on. Again, as I said earlier, we're doing the stock take. So I'll be going through doing No Mercy 2000 next week. So I'll be going through all the base set, the relics, and basically going through all of that. We're doing lots of videos. Obviously, people in the group doing videos. I think Trav done a video last week opening a box he got from Japan.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had the Rumble competition in as well. We always have a bit of fun in there as well. So, yeah, come and join the Facebook group if you use that on the socials. If you want to find us on Instagram, again, we're back on there every day doing Insta posts. So we're at Squared Circle Relics Pod on Instagram, gradually growing out quite nicely, which is quite good. Had a celebrity like last week.
We did,
or a comment as well, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, celebrity comment. And the Meat Sauce Mafia himself. Mr. Virgil.
So that was quite cool. Actually, I didn't expect that. And that was actually quite an old post. So I don't quite know whether or not he just went through his Instagram for the first time in a month. But
probably.
Nonetheless, thank you very much to Virgil for that.
Yep, and I sent him $10. So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's why he did it then, didn't he?
You have to.
Want a little bit of a kickback.
Poor Virgil.
So we're back doing that each day. So find us over on Instagram. As always, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jamie Stocker on Twitter. So, message me on there if you want to have a chat. And again, head over to the Facebook group. We're, constantly trying to do stuff in there. So, come on over. And that's pretty much for me.
Cool. Lloydie, has anyone messaged you on Instagram?
No.
For fuck's sake.
I'm still all alone. I'm all alone.
Get the TikToking going, mate.
I've got a couple of bits of late news.
Ooh.
We should have mentioned this earlier, really, because it is quite big. So Jamie, we can talk about it on the next show as well. So CGC and CSG are doing grading on ComC.
Yeah.
Oh,
so there
really?
was So if you look in our group chat, there's something from Tommy in there.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that.
Let's talk about that next time round.
Yes,
because that's quite a big thing, really.
When did it's been announced just this evening while we've been recording?
Today, I think. Well,
today, just a bit earlier on.
Is this just where they used Tommy's pictures as in there? They used his slabbed pictures.
So if you go onto the ATP chat, there's a link from Tommy, and it's from the ComC official blog.
Right.
There's loads of information in there about it all, basically.
Cool.
Nice,
so it's really cool.
That makes life
really
a lot easier.
Progressive.
Yeah.
I have got some.
It's a shame it's not PSA.
This, but
Okay, cool.
Well, save it for next week.
Something for the news.
Save it for next week.
Say something for the news.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Lanny Pofo died as well.
Yeah, I did see that.
Oh,
actually.
man.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So that got announced a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
So I've just seen it, to be honest, come up on the news feeds. So
yeah.
Sucks. I do obviously remember him from WWF back in the day.
The genius. That's what I remember.
Yeah, exactly. And never twigged really as like a kid that he was the brother of.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
I was a lot older when I figured that out. Yeah.
They felt,
Never would have put them together.
Such a big part of the history of the formation of everything that happened with WWF really, and beforehand and stuff. So
definitely big loss,
big miss there. I think.
Yeah, jeez.
He's only 68 as well. Shit, no age really. Young guy.
Oh damn.
But hey, let's not leave it on a bad note. We've had a good show. and it's been a lot of positives. So I'm very happy with the show this week.
Good.
I hated the show last week.
Yeah,
I really
it
did.
was-
It was so negative, man. It was.
We don't want to
It
have
was
to
a
do that
Debbie
every
Downer.
week. No way.
No.
It had
This
to
week
be
has been
done.
a really good week.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, I say we haven't called anyone a cunt on this show at all. Sorry, Margaret.
We've done well.
We've done well. We've done well all the way through. So happy days. Happy days.
Cool.
Chris, anything?
Yeah, your turn.
Well, so I mean, obviously, we spoke about my YouTube channel at length earlier, so I won't bore you too much. Cambridge Trading Cards. I've told you again earlier on what my videos are going to be coming out and what's been out lately. So yeah, I'm on Instagram at the same name, trying to post a little bit more consistently on there. Just sometimes gets a bit much, doesn't it? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. So shall we say goodbye?
Say goodbye.
Say
See you all
goodbye.
later. Next time round.
And fuck John Cena.
Take it easy, guys.
Fuck John Cena.